How leaders can help pet parents adjust to post-pandemic life. Media reports over the past few months have highlighted concerns about an impending crisis at animal shelters and rescue organizations facing an influx of pet surrenders. Many stories are reporting that this is due to pet owners becoming bored with their new pets or because their new pets don't fit into their day-to-day routine outside of quarantine. These stories are troubling because when you consider national rescue data, the narratives that have been reported simply are not accurate. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. The real story is that pets have played a major role in the lives of millions of families during the past year. If anything, the pandemic has shown us that a relationship with a pet can often help with coping and healing during times of crisis and stress. In fact, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) note that studies have shown that the bond between people and their pets can increase fitness, lower stress, and bring happiness to their owners. Given the stress of the past year, it's easy to understand why so many families focused on bringing new pets into their families. To be clear, while data from shelters does show that animal intake is up from the pandemic-depressed volumes of last year, the number of animals entering shelters is still below 2019 levels. And the number of owner surrenders, the specific type of intake when a pet parent chooses to give up an animal, is also below 2019 volumes. We know that millions of new pets joined households in the past 18 months, so if a substantial number of those pandemic pups and kitties were being given up, it would show in the data. That said, animal sheltering organizations are facing many of the same challenges as the broader economy: more demand for services and difficulty filling open positions. Our journey to a new normal presents many pet parents with a new series of adaptations, but my decades of animal welfare experience tell me that when a pet is adopted, they become family. During this time of significant change, it's important for all of us, including business leaders, to do our part to help keep people and pets together. One possible consideration for businesses looking to bring people back into the office is to look at allowing employees to bring their pets with them to work. While it might seem complicated to set up a new offering like this, the reality is that it's a benefit that has worked in practice for many companies for years, including Amazon, HubSpot, and PetSmart. According to findings from the Human-Animal Bond Research Institute, HABRI, 72% of C-suite level executives expect more workplaces will be pet-friendly after the COVID-19 pandemic, and 6 in 10 companies plan to be more flexible in a post-pandemic world. Some of the benefits of a pet-friendly workplace include increased employee attraction, engagement, and retention, improved workplace collaboration, a healthier workforce. It's best for business leaders to clearly document their policies for bringing pets to work to ensure compliance. Unfortunately, there are still situations when families are forced to give up a pet. But in my experience, that heartbreaking choice is usually driven by an inability to access affordable pet-friendly housing, veterinary care, or other practical issues, not because pet parents are too busy or bored. The economic challenges caused by the pandemic have been substantial for many. Over 50 million Americans will face food insecurity this year, according to Feeding America. That is a massive increase over pre-pandemic numbers, and based on what I've seen over the years, families who struggle to put food on the table probably can't afford to put food in the pet bowl either. Evictions and foreclosures put pets at risk as well. In December 2020, the ASPCA reported that more than 19.2 million pets in the U.S. live in households that are behind on rent or mortgage payments, placing them at risk of eventual eviction or foreclosure. This includes more than 9.8 million dogs and cats living in rental homes and 9.4 million dogs and cats living in owned homes. I understand the important work to support animal adoption is far from done. But in 2021, the happy truth is that almost all pandemic pets are at home with their families. For that to continue, we must do everything we can to help families adjust to their next normal and help to ensure that pandemic pets are able to stay with their families for years to come.